Moving on to question number 10. Okay, so the question number 10 says the point P A comma B is the first reflected in the origin and then reflected in the y-axis to P dash. If P dash has coordinates 4, 6, then evaluate A comma B. Okay, so this is the question which is there, children. So how are you going to do this? So suppose it has been given that point AB. So what you will be writing, that reflection along the origin of point A comma B will be equal to what, children? Of course it will be equal to minus A comma minus B, because you already know that when it is getting reflected along the origin, then both the symbols get changed. Okay, then further what you will be doing, you will be seeing that what next thing has to be done, that it is saying origin and then reflected in the y-axis. So when there is a point and then it is getting reflected, so if it is getting reflected along the y-axis, children, then you must be knowing that if the point is minus A comma minus B, okay, then the reflection will be what? If it is getting reflected along y-axis, y-axis will remain same, so the reflection of this point will be A comma minus B. And how are you going to write this? You are going to write like this, so that the reflection along y-axis of minus A comma minus B is equal to A comma minus B. Okay, now they are saying that if P has coordinates P dash, so this is the P dash that we are talking about, and if it has got the coordinates equal to minus 8 comma 5, okay, so what will be the value of, if P dash has coordinates minus 8 comma 5, then you have to write down what? Okay, not minus 8 comma 5, children, it's 4 comma 6. Minus 8 comma 5 is for question number 11. So what you will be writing, you will be writing like this, that A comma minus B will be equal to what? This is equal to 4 comma 6. So it is understood that the value of A will be equal to 4 and minus B will be equal to 6. So what will be B equal to? So you will be writing this implies B will be equal to minus 6. Okay, so these are the values that you are getting. Short sums are there, so these are the easy ones. So now what we'll be doing, we'll be moving to question number 11, and if it looks like a similar one, you will be taking that as homework. Okay, so in question number 11, the question says the point PXY is first reflected in the x-axis and reflected in the origin to P dash. If the P dash has coordinates, okay, so this question is very much similar, so you can be taking this as homework as well. Okay, moving on to question number 12, it says the point A minus 3 comma 2 is reflected in the y-axis to point A dash. Point A dash is then reflected to origin to point A double dash. Write down the coordinates of A double dash. So that what you will be doing. So this is our question number 12. So what is the point A minus 3 comma 2 is reflected along x-axis? So how do you write, children, when it is getting reflected along x-axis? Okay, so what you will be writing, see, this is m of x, okay, then minus 3 comma 2, if it is getting reflected along x-axis, children, then x coordinate remains same, y coordinate changes its symbol. So this is what is happening when it is reflected in x-axis, and this is our point A dash. Okay, now A dash has been found out. Now you want to find out what point A dash is then deflected in the origin. Okay, so A dash is getting deflected at origin. So what you will be writing of, this is reflection along the origin of this particular point, minus 3 minus 2 will be equal to 3 comma 2. Okay, so 3 comma 2 is what? So you will be writing A double dash is reflection along the origin, reflection in or along the origin of A dash minus 3 comma minus 2 in origin. And this in turn you have found out to be how much? You have found out to be 3 comma 2. Okay, so this is the coordinates of the first sub question, that is 3 comma 2, a double dash. Write down a single transformation that maps a onto a double dash. Okay, so single transformation means what, children? That in spite of going from x-axis and then going to origin, they are saying that can this point mx minus 3 2, can this be converted directly to 3 comma 2? Is there a single transformation? So you will be writing yes, because if this particular point m is reflected along y-axis, see, then you know that y coordinates remain same and x coordinate changes. So your point will be 3 comma 2. So what you can see, this point is directly getting converted to this particular point. Okay, so what will your answer be? You will be writing like this, that if it is getting reflection in y axis, so for second question you will be writing reflection in y axis is the only way for single transformation. Alright, so this is the way you will be writing. Now we will be doing what? We will be moving to the next question. Okay, so this is question number 13. Okay, so in question number 13, the question says what? The point a 4 comma 6 is first reflected in the origin to point a dash. Point a dash is reflected. Okay, so this is very similar question, children, the one we have done now. So easily question number 13 can also be taken as homework. We'll be now moving to question number 14. Okay, so question number 14 says what? The triangle ABC, where A is 2 comma 6, B is minus 3 comma 5 and C is 4 comma 7 is reflected in the y-axis. Okay, is reflected in the y-axis to triangle A dash B dash C dash. Triangle A dash B dash C dash is then reflected in the origin to triangle A double dash B double dash and C double dash. So write down the coordinates of A double dash, B double dash and C double dash. Okay, so how you are going to do this? So basically, whenever you have been given this particular thing, children, then separately you have to find out the transformation of this particular points. So how you can be doing this, children? So write down like this. It is getting reflected first in the y-axis. Okay, so write down. So this is our point ABC. Okay, so we'll be finding out first A double dash separately, then we'll be finding out B double dash. Okay, so write down. So this is for point, suppose I am taking reflection along, this is, they are saying reflected along y-axis. Okay, so I'll be writing m of y. Okay, and the point has been given as what? 2 comma 6. This is for A. So you will be writing here that this is for A. Okay, so this will be equal to what, children? If it is getting reflected along y-axis, then you know that y coordinates remain same and x changes. So it will be minus 2 comma 6 and this is going to be my point A. Okay, then what I'll be doing, I'll be moving to the next point, that is my point. No, this is not point A, children, sorry, this is my A dash. And then what I'll be writing for A double dash, reflection along C is then reflected to origin. So you'll be writing reflection along origin of the point minus 2 comma 6 will be equal to what, children? This is 2 comma minus 6. Okay, so this is what you are getting. This is you are getting for point A. Now similarly you will be writing for point B as well. Okay, so write down for point B, reflection along y-axis. What is the coordinates of point B given, children? It has been given as minus 3 comma 5. So the reflection of this will be equal to 3 comma minus 5. Okay, and then not 3 comma minus 5 children, sorry, it is getting reflected only along y-axis. So y-axis remains same, and then this becomes 3 comma 5, x-axis changes. Now b double dash will be equal to how much? B double dash will be given by reflection along origin of this particular point, that is 3 comma 5. Okay, and this in turn is equal to how much? This is coming out to be equal to minus 3 comma minus 5. Okay, so this is what you are getting, b double dash. And similarly, what we'll be writing for c, okay, then what you will be writing? Reflection along y-axis of this particular point, that is 4 comma 7, is equal to how much? This is equal to minus 4. Okay, because y-axis remains same, y coordinates remain same, comma 7, and then c double dash will be equal to, remember children, this is my b dash, the first point, and this is my c dash. C double dash is given by what? Reflection along the origin of the point minus 4 comma minus 7, and this will be equal to 4 comma minus 7. Okay, so now what is they are asking in the first sub question? So you have found out the coordinates of point A. This is our first sub question of coordinates of point B double dash and C double dash. Now write down a single transformation that maps triangle ABC onto triangle A double dash, B double dash, C double dash. So this is what is thing, the children. Here you can easily see what they are trying to ask. So they are trying to basically ask that how can you directly convert 2 6 to 2 minus 6. How can you directly convert minus 3 comma 5 to minus 3 comma minus 5, or 4 comma 7 to 4 comma minus 7. So if you just look into these cases clearly, children, then this is my second sub question, then you can be seeing that from 2 comma 6 to 2 comma minus 6, the x coordinate is remaining same, the y coordinate is changing its sign. Okay, so means what? That if I am keeping x coordinate as constant and y coordinate I am changing the symbol, then I am getting the direct answer. So what will be your answer? You will be writing that it has to be getting reflected in x axis. Okay, so this is what you are getting. So this is the way this particular sum has to be done. We'll be now looking into the next sum. Okay, so what is the next sum, children? It says, see, this is question number 15. We'll just erase this. So in question number 15, the question says, P and Q have coordinates minus 2 comma 3 and 5 comma 4 respectively. Reflect P in the x-axis to P dash and Q in the y-axis to Q dash, and state the coordinates of P dash and Q dash. Okay, so this looks like an easy one, children. So what you have to do here, so P dash has the coordinates minus 2 comma 3. Okay, so what you will be writing, P dash. So P, what is the coordinate of P, children? The coordinate of P has been given as 2 minus 2 comma 3. So what will be the coordinate of this particular when it is getting reflected in x-axis? So you will be writing will be equal to x coordinate remains same and this changes. Okay, and similarly the point Q has got what? The Q has got the coordinates equal to 5 comma 4 and it is getting reflected in y-axis. So you will be writing like this. M along y-axis will be given by what, children? For this, if it is getting reflected along y-axis, y coordinate remains same and this changes. So this is minus 5 comma 4. Okay, so easy one again. So this question also you can be easily doing. Now we'll be moving to the next thing, children, that is our question number 16. Okay, So here I'll be just looking into question number 16. So question number 16 says, on a graph paper, plot a triangle ABC whose vertices are the points A, this. On the same diagram, draw the image of the triangle ABC under reflection in the origin this much. Okay, so how are you going to do this, children? So first of all, you need to find out the coordinates. Okay, so for this, what you will be doing, see, on a graph paper, suppose you are having, so this question number 16 you are of course going to take as homework. Okay, so if you just look into this, okay, I'll just show you. Okay, so suppose this is our graph paper, so you will be drawing a graph like this. Okay, and then I'll just correct this down with the help. Then what are the coordinates that have been given, children? For point A, it is 3, 1. So suppose if I really want to plot this point, okay, so I'll have to look it in this way. Of course you will be able to do this since all points are here. I'll be just taking this as here. Okay, so even if I am taking each subunit as a half, okay, then what you can be doing, okay children, maybe I won't be able to plot this particular graph here. So what you can be doing, see, ABC, you will be drawing a triangle. So A is given as 3, 1. So suppose if this is the point, then it has to come here. This will be your point A, that is 3, 1. Okay, and then for B it is 5, 0. So it has to come here. So this is our 5, 0. Okay, and similarly you have to find out what you have to find out for C, which is given by 7, 4. So this is your 7 and this is your 4th point. So this will be your C and this is given by 7, 4. Okay, so you can just be joining them like this. Okay, to get the required triangle. Now what is happening, children? They are saying that it is getting reflected along origin. So for A, suppose the point, the coordinates has been given as 3, 1. So if it is getting reflected along the origin, what you will be writing? The coordinates will be -3, 1. Similarly for B, it has been given as how much? The coordinates have been given as 5, 0. So for B, reflection along origin will be equal to -5 and then it has to be 0 only, because -0 is not valid. And similarly for C, if the coordinates have been given as 7, 4, then what will be the coordinates? MO will be equal to -7, -4, and then you will be plotting this. How are you going to plot this? So M of A is -3, -1. So this will be your first point, that is A dash. Okay, and then what else, children? Point B will be 5 -5, 0. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be your second point, that is B, which is -5, 0. And then we'll be looking to the third point, that is our point C, which will be given by -7 and -4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is our -7 and then -4 is this. Okay, so you can be easily joining both of them. So this is the required figure that you will be getting. So this is our primary triangle which is there, and this is the triangle which we are getting upon reflection in the origin. Okay, so you will be writing this point as C dash, you will be writing this point as B dash, and it's an easy question. And then if you are able to do this properly, then you can easily get 3 marks in this. Alright, so this is what is there. We'll be now moving to question number 17. Okay, so in question number 17, the question says what? It says, see, point A, that is 4, -1 is reflected as A dash in y axis. Okay, so this is what is happening. It is getting reflected as A dash. Now what you have to do, see, A dash in y axis, point B on reflection in x axis is mapped as. So this question is also very easy and direct, children. So this also you can be taking as homework. Okay, And then we'll be now moving to the last question, that is question number 18. So question number 18 says what? It says the point minus 5 comma 0 on reflection in a line is mapped as 5 comma 0, and the point minus 2 comma minus 6 on reflection in the same line is mapped as this. Name the line of reflection. So here you can easily see, children, that minus 5 comma 0 is getting converted to 5 comma 0. So here what is happening, that y-axis is not changing. So easily what you can be saying, that the line of reflection here is y-axis is the line of reflection. Okay, and you know, children, that why this happens, because whatever is constant, that will be acting as a line of reflection. So here clearly you can see that y-axis is constant, because in the second case also, this is the first case, and the second case it has been given as minus 2 comma minus 6, when it is getting changed to 2 comma minus 6. So clearly what you can see, that the y coordinate is not changing, so it is only the x coordinate that is changing, and hence you are getting this answer. Okay, so what next, children? They are asking, write the coordinates of the image of 5 comma minus 8 in the line segment obtained in A. Okay, write the coordinates of the image of 5, okay, in the line obtained in A. So line, what we have obtained, children? We have obtained that the line is the y-axis, and then what they have asked you to find out C. Okay, so this is our question number 18. The next thing is that write down the coordinates of, okay, just a second, student. So the points minus 5 0, so write the coordinates of the image. So this is also an easy one, children, that if y-axis is acting, so what is the point that has been given? It has been given as 5 comma minus 8. So the reflection of this point along y-axis, what will be your answer? The y-axis is going to remain same, x-axis is going to change, so this is minus 5 comma minus 8. Okay, so this is the answer that you are getting. Now further what, children? Further we are done with this exercise. Now in the next exercise, what type of question you can just expect, I just want to give a gist of that, and then we'll be starting in the next session. So in that particular question, the questions will be of that type, children, that suppose there are 2 lines, and then what you will be, points will be given, and then based on that you will be required to do what? You will be required to write or name the equations of line. So suppose I have been given point minus 5 comma 0, so this is my example number 3, and another point that is 4 comma 0 are invariant points under the reflection of in the line L1. So if this point is invariant in L1, children, that you, then what can be the thing, children? Okay, and see, there are 2 points, both of them are invariant in L1, and there are 2 points again, that is 0 comma minus 6 and 0 comma 5, and these are invariant along L2. So what you can see here, children, that here your y coordinate is remaining same. So it is understood that if the y coordinate is remaining same, then this particular line or line, first of all, they lie on x-axis. So they are invariant. Okay, just look into this carefully. Invariant under reflection along x-axis. Reflection in x-axis. So what you will be writing now? So now these points are the invariant. So what will be the line L1? So what will be, they are asking the question that you have to name line L1. So line L1 is the x-axis whose equation is given by what, children? Easily you can see that what is the equation? Equation is y is equal to 0. And for the second case here, L2, so here the line will be, it is invariant along, see, invariant under reflection in y-axis. Okay, and then what will be L2 equal to? L2 will be given by that y-axis. Okay, and this is your example number 3, children. And then you have to find out equation of this particular line as well. So equation of this particular line will be x is equal to 0 because it is lying on the y-axis. So these are the types of questions which are there in the second exercise. And of course, what else is there is plotting the graph, children. So make sure that you are using the graph paper whenever we are starting the next exercise. Alright, thank you, students.